What is the most toxic thing a parent can say to a child? I was 14 when I heard my mom on the phone telling her sister I was the mistake that ruined everything. At first, I thought maybe I misheard her. She was in the kitchen and I was upstairs getting ready for school, but her voice carried through our thin walls and she kept going. She said having me destroyed her body, her career, her marriage, that if she could go back, she'd make different choices. I stood there holding my backpack, feeling like someone had punched me in the stomach. Part of me wanted to run downstairs and confront her, but I was too scared. What if she said it again to my face? So I just went to school pretending nothing happened. But it ate at me for weeks. Every time she made dinner or drove me places, I wondered if she was thinking about how much she hated doing it. Every time she said she loved me, I wondered if she was lying. Then one night, we got into this huge fight because I forgot to take out the trash. She was screaming at me about being irresponsible, and I finally snapped. I yelled back that maybe she should have thought about that before having me. That's when she said it again, but worse this time. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I never wanted you, Lena. You're the reason I'm stuck in this miserable life. If it weren't for you, I'd have my dream job, my freedom, everything I ever wanted." The words hit me like a truck. My little brother Mason was watching from the stairs and started crying. Mom just walked away, leaving me standing there shaking. After that night, everything changed. I started trying to make myself as small as possible. I stopped asking for new clothes even when mine got too small. When my friends invited me places, I'd make excuses because I didn't want to ask Mom for rides. I figured if I was such a burden, I should take up as little space as possible. I started doing more chores without being asked. I'd cook dinner most nights and help Mason with his homework. I even started doing laundry for the whole family. Mom would still complain to her friends about how difficult I was. She'd tell them I was ungrateful and lazy, even though I was basically running the house. Dad left when I was 3, and Mom would remind me of that too. She'd say things like he couldn't handle the stress of having you, that even my own father thought I was too much trouble. By the time I was 16, I believed every word of it. When teachers asked about college, I'd just shrug. Mom had laughed at me once when I mentioned wanting to study psychology. She said, "Future? You'll never make it, kids, like you end up flipping burgers." My grades started slipping bad. I went from being an A student to barely passing anything. The guidance counselor called me in and asked what was going on. She said I used to be one of their brightest students and now I was failing 3 classes. I just told her it didn't matter anyway. The breaking point came at our family barbecue last summer. I was in the bathroom when I heard Mom talking to my aunt about how hard it was raising such a broken kid. She was going on about how I was damaged goods, and she didn't know what she did wrong to deserve such a difficult child. My cousin laughed and said at least I wasn't on drugs or pregnant. Mom said, "Oh, trust me, if she ever brings home a baby, I'm kicking her out. I can't handle another mistake like her." Something inside me just snapped. I packed a bag that night, left a note for Mason explaining I wasn't abandoning him, and walked out. I crashed on my friend Jess's couch for 3 weeks working double shifts at this diner downtown. Mom told everyone I was going through a rebellious phase and would come crawling back soon, but I didn't. I finished high school while working full-time and got a small scholarship to community college. I'm studying social work now because I want to help kids who feel as worthless as I did.